So when it comes to Queen Nicki hosting the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, I have no fears. However, I do fear for her music career that the end is near. Let's discuss. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Beasley here. Hope you all are staying cool, calm, and collected out there. Before I start this video, I want to give a quick shout out and disclaimer to the YouTuber by the name of Bondi Blue. If you all don't know who Bondi Blue is, she is a very popular, very powerful YouTuber in the black sector of YouTube. Her channel, Bondi Blue, recently just got shut down, so she's currently operating at her backup channel called Relax with Bondi Blue. So if you guys want to go check her out, go give her a subscriber too. But I want to talk to you guys about the whole Nicki Minaj hosting the Real Housewives of Potomac situation. So over this weekend, it was confirmed that Andy Cohen's going to step aside and let Nicki Minaj host the reunion, mainly because Nicki was shouting to the rooftops how much of a fan she is of the show, like many of us. And me personally, I feel validated because anytime someone asks me about my opinion on a TV show, I mainly revert to, oh, I don't know what show you're talking about, but I can tell you what happened on the Real Housewives this past week, because that's literally almost all that I watch. Besides that and The Chi, I don't really know any other scripted shows to watch at this point, so really all I watch is The Real Housewives. And The Real Housewives of Potomac is really coming for the crown that The Real Housewives of Atlanta once held. But simply put, she basically just added Bravo and Andy on Instagram, and she was joking at first, but she said she wanted to mix it up with the girls and host a reunion, and Andy agreed. And I think this is going to be like a great change that's needed. Like, it's gonna be great to see a black woman host a reunion amongst a bunch of black women. Now, normally I'll put up Nicki Minaj's Instagram posts and the tweets and all that, but I'm a little lazy today. I ain't got time for all that. But I will say that if you guys aren't familiar with the Real Housewives of Potomac, they are simply, in the beginning, they were like the light-skinned counterparts of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But ultimately, they started out, their first season, they weren't all that. They were basically, in my opinion, the soccer moms. That's what they were. It was just very frivolous soccer mom drama. Oh, you don't have etiquette, you're not classy. It was just that debate back and forth. The Real Housewives of Potomac, honestly and truthfully, almost didn't even make it, y'all. Like, it took some time for them to get the groove, but around season 3 or 4, that's when they really found their groove. Season 3, actually. Season 3 is when they really, like, got it all together, found the formula, and they became the ladies that we know today. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do talk about the Real Housewives on and on. I don't really do television show reviews. I only talk about points that really interest me because I feel like it's a little tedious to like review a show every single week, and that market is severely oversaturated at this point. But I will say I do love keeping up with them whenever they have juicy drama that I want to talk about on this channel. Now, I haven't really talked about this season that much, even though this current season so far is good. I feel like, you know how every single season of the Housewives, every franchise, they start out with very light drama, like showing the girls shopping, going out to dinner, drinks, yada, yada, yada. But somewhere around like the 4th or 5th season, especially if it's like the same crop of girls throughout those seasons, it kind of dips into dark territory, and that's where the Real Housewives of Potomac is currently at. So with that being said, it's kind of hard for me to just like sit down and watch it these days, even though when I do watch it, it is good. I am entertained, but it's just getting to a point where it's just constant shade. Like, everything is just shade now. Everything is just drama, tea, all that. And it does tend to get a little exhausting, to be honest with you. Now, there is a little drama with Nicki Minaj being able to host the reunion because she is going to have a little bit of bias. I mean, it's hard for me to even be unbiased because if I don't like you, I don't like you, and I'm going to let you know. Ask Keely Williams. But Nicki Minaj ended up unfollowing Giselle. If you guys don't know Giselle, Giselle is the one girl on this show that they try to make the queen bee, but she doesn't have what it takes. Like, Giselle is just as basic as they come, and she has just a terrible personality, just always rude, always angry, always jealous, like. And I'm just like, girl, you're beautiful. Like, why are you jealous of everybody that comes around? Like, she would be jealous towards any new girl that is prettier than her until she finds out she has a leg over that girl. And don't even get me started on her fake relationship with R. Kelly's twin brother. But irregardless, They try to paint Giselle as the queen of this show when really the true queen is Miss Karen Huger. Now, people always look at me side eyes because from day one, Karen Huger was always my favorite. And my friends that watch the show would look at me like I'm crazy. Like, why do you like Karen? Karen is whack. Karen is old and Karen lies a lot. Now, Karen does lie a lot. However, Karen is that girl. Karen is the queen bee of the Potomac. The girls of Potomac cannot take Miss Karen Huger. Karen Huger gets everybody together and everybody falls in line behind her because she is the HBIC of Potomac. The same way you think about Nene Leakes in regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta is the same way Karen Huger holds the crown in the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I do think Nicki is going to do a great job hosting this reunion, but with all that being said, what is going to happen with her music career? Serious question. Now, I will say, despite her age, even though she's not old at all, despite her talent, even though she's immensely talented, Nicki Minaj to me was always a better feature artist than a single artist. Now, granted, her albums were good. They were good. I didn't like her sophomore album, though, when she went all poppy, when she was trying to get the white audience, which I understand, which is cool. I just wasn't feeling her during that era, but she redeemed herself with the Pink Print. I love the Pink Print. I think that's her best album out of all of them. But, except for Grand Piano. I cannot do Grand Piano at all. But I will say, Nicki Minaj, I just feel like in terms of music, I feel like the star power is starting to wane just a little bit. Like I said in my Normani video, Cardi B is the new girl that people go to make sure their song pops, to make sure their song gets to #1. Nicki Minaj, she struggled for the longest to get #1, and she got a #1, her first #1 to my surprise, when she was a feature artist on Doja Cat's song. And I'm just like, there's a lot of industry stuff at play. I understand that. There's a lot of people still against her, partly due to her attitude. But I will say, Nicki Minaj, she can still hang in music, but I feel like it's time for her to start transitioning out of it. And maybe this is the beginning of that. Maybe she knows this. Who knows? But in regards to the music, like even with her song, the new remix to Be a Song, A Whole Lot of Money, Nicki Minaj didn't really add much to that song, to be honest with you. Like, that song was already popping without her, but it really did kind of like put Bia out there. So I'm not going to discredit Nicki Minaj in that regard. But Nicki, it's hard to say this because a lot of people compare her to a lot of different artists, like Lil' Kim, for example. Lil' Kim, and it's even hard to compare those two because Lil' Kim came up when there was no social media and you had to survive off of radio play and music videos were hard to access. But however, I will say Nicki Minaj parlayed her career a little bit better than Lil' Kim, but that's off topic. That's besides the fact. I want you guys to tell me in the comments, what do you guys think is next for Nicki Minaj's career in regards to music? Do you think her music career is over, or do you think she still has a chance to get a Grammy? I mean, that shit may have sold, but do you still think Nicki Minaj has what it takes to continue to thrive in music, especially when the female rap game is very oversaturated right now, which is great. I love so much new blood that's coming in. But overall, I think Nicki is going to do a great job hosting this reunion. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I could tell Andy's probably a little burnt out on hosting the reunions because so are we. But those are my views on the whole situation, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to come at you guys with some more content.